Hello there. Okay, so this is just a couple of updates. People have been asking me about Avarice, and I just want to show you that I'm still invested and I'm still going into the auctions on both sides daily. Okay, so I've only missed, like you can see here, this is the BUSD side, and you can see I've only missed one, and that I think that was because the site was unavailable or something going on. But I have missed a couple, and one was because of that reason, one was because I was in a meeting and I just couldn't get to it, and to be honest, I was so busy that I just totally forgot. So I do go in, you can see here I go in every day, and I also go in on multiple accounts too, because I use some of the people's referrals out of my Discord group, so that helps them out as well. Helps me, helps them. So I've got 28,000 tokens here that I need to stake today. So this is the BUSD side. Now I want to show you a couple of things with this while I'm doing this update, just to show you that I'm still heavily involved. If we go to the lending and loans, okay, now you will notice that if you look at mine, get all this down here. Okay, as you can see, I have a lot that are loaned out. See this? All these currently loaned, currently loaned, currently loaned. Okay, so now I have a lot. All right, and I do this continuously every day. Every day that I can, I'll take a loan and I'll build my BUSD balance, and then I'll go back in the auction when I think it's a good time. But I go in daily anyway, but if there is a particular day when it's a little bit lower, I'll try and put in an extra amount of BUSD. So for example, I'll just show you this. Okay, so as you can see, actually, you know what? I'm going to do a loan right now. Okay, so I can show you. So if you haven't done a loan before, I'm going to show you how to do this. All right, this is on the BUSD side. I do have a loans video for the older, for the AVC, but that's not active anymore. So I will show you just a quick tutorial in between the updates. Okay, so on this one here, I'm going to do this one here. Okay, so this is for 683. All right, now I just want to tell you that this I did this on day 14. Okay, I've actually ROI'd already on this. Okay, and I've already taken loans out of nearly $1,000, so I've actually ROI'd on this. I put $1,600 in the auction that day, and I've ROI'd on this already. Okay, well actually, yeah, exactly, just about. I've ROI'd. Okay, so this was an amazing. I went into because you've got to remember that with the way that the reward mechanisms work in Avarice is that today when we get paid dividends, we're getting paid for all the days way back. Okay, because the way that the structure works. So like, for example, now on day 22, when the auction finishes, all that BUSD that was from today's auction will get spread out evenly over the next 22 days. So that means if you come in on day 21, day 22, day 23, it doesn't matter, because you're still getting paid dividends when your stake starts. You're still getting dividends from 15 days back. All right, so that's what people don't quite understand, is that it doesn't matter at what point in time you really come into this auction, because what matters is you get in on a good day now. Because if you get in on a good day, you're going to get a really nice share rate on your tokens, so you can increase your token amount. Because you go back and you look at the beginning. Right back here, this was 5,230 tokens, right? And obviously I'm not getting paid much of this. I'm not getting rewards. So a lot of people went in the first couple of days, and their token allocation is a lot. Look at this, 5,230, and that cost me I think it was like $2,700 or something back then. And for $1,600, I got 116. Well, actually, I got 100. It was a little bit less. It was actually 100 and something. I added a few more tokens, but it was over 100,000. All right, for half the price. All right. So what I'm trying to say is, if you go into the auction even today, you're going to get a good allocation, and you're going to stay out of the dilution, which is what happens when you went in earlier. So it's important. So let's get to this loan. Okay. So it's pretty simple. I've got 683. Let me just get a calculator. What I do, I'm actually doing it at 4 to 6% now. Okay, so if I've got let's go 650. Okay, we'll go $650. All right, and then I'm going to go plus 6%. is $39. Okay, so I need to put 650 plus 39 is 689. Do I have enough in there? I don't think I had 689. I got 683. Okay, so I'll make it 5%. See what happens. So go 650 plus 5% equals 32. Okay, so that's going to work out just right. All right, because I'm going to add 650 plus $32.50 will be $682.50, and I have enough here, 683 just, all right, to cover it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the loan for 650, and I'll add the 32.50 on top of that for the lender. Okay, so that's what he's going to get paid for 4 days, all right, for lending to me. So I'm going to click on where I'm going to click on Get Loan. Okay, I'm going to put in here 650. Then I'm going to put it in for 4 days. And then with that, it comes to 682. Actually, we'll just make it 683, so it bumps it up a little bit. We've got 683 in here. You can only loan up to what you've got in here, okay? In total with the interest that you add for the lender. So I'm going 683. Okay, now I'm going to create loan request. Now this should get snapped up pretty quick by the, I know there's bots working these loans, so let's see what happens. I'll go confirm. So it's going to be 5%, I guess, a little bit more than 5%. Okay, we'll just have a look at this. Okay, that's gone through. Successfully created a loan request. Now let's see if it's come over here. There we go, 650 loan request for 4 days. Okay, so let's reload this page and see if it's down or if it's been snapped up already. Okay, it's already been, see that? It's already in my balance. It's that quick. So if you do a good percentage and you know the threshold like I do, you're going to get the snapped up. Yeah, you might lose a little bit more on the percentage, but hey, I'm going to use this $637 now to make more money, because if it was just sitting on my stake, it'd be doing nothing. What's the point in having dead money? You might as well make it work for you. Now that it's coming to here, you can see it up here. Remember, you lose 2%. So like when you do a loan, you get charged 2% just for doing the loan. Okay, so you lose the 2% plus you lose the whatever percentage you give to the lender. Okay, so you might be able to get look, your loan might get fulfilled even if you only do 3 or 4%. But I would, if it doesn't get taken up, if your loan doesn't get fulfilled, just try and go into you can adjust it, go in and adjust it, and then maybe up your percentage just a little bit, but always keep it at 4 days. Don't ever change it. Always keep it at 4 days. All right. All right. So I'm going to collect this. So you can see I've got 600 currently BUSD in here. I'm just going to click on here. All right. And then I'm just going to confirm that. So this is an update, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a tutorial. I did notice a couple of comments about this in my Discord group and also in comments on my videos. Now, if you haven't joined my Discord group, I'll leave a link in the description, because we welcome new people. If you're new to crypto, join the group. We've got heaps of smart people, and everyone's willing to help new people that come into the group, so it's important. And if you want to get some good tips on new projects and stuff, it's definitely worth the while. All right, okay, so let's have a look at this. So you can see here now the balance is 1,237. Okay, so it was that simple. Now I've got that liquid. Now I can do what I want with it. All right, I can come back in the auction. I can fund the auction, which is good, because you always want to have some liquid, because on those days when the auction is low and you're going to get a good ratio of tokens for what you put in the auction, that's when you want to hit it. All right, because like I said, you're always getting paid divs from the past. All right, this is not like the T2X days. This is a really good way to do this. All right, so if I go to the AVC side, to the BNB side, okay, I don't go in with much every day, but I go in every day. I think I've missed 2 days. Actually, I've got to go to the staking first. There's a little bit of bug with that trying to get over. Okay, once I've got to the staking, you can see here. Now, if we go, just wait until that's loaded. You can see this here. Look, let's go to AVC now. We're still on the BUSD. Okay, so if you can see this, I make all the stakes for 60 days. All right, except for this first one. On the BAVC side, all my stakes are for 300 days. All right, and the reason for that is because I'm going to take out loans for the entire lifespan. All right, I'm not interested in ending the stake early and collecting all the dividends, because I'm loaning the whole way with all my stakes. All right. So, okay, on AVC, you can see here, I've got a lot of stakes. All right, they go right down. However, let me just show you down the bottom. You'll see that there's a gap between today's 6 and then there's a gap from 6 to 23. And that's because I sold those stakes. And I did that for a reason. I sold them because I wanted to get some capital to go into BUSD. And I didn't want to spend too much of my own capital. I wanted to use capital that I already had invested. All right, that wasn't going to cost me a lot. So that's why I did that. And it was a good opportunity at the time because stakes were getting purchased because they it was just a good time to do it. You just got to time these things right. All right, so I still come in every day. You can see here. If we go to the lobby, let me just check on this. There was 2 days I think I've missed, and that's it. Yeah, these two here, see? One was because I couldn't access the site, and one day was because I was just too busy and I totally forgot about it, okay? But, there is one here too. So, okay, so I've missed 3. But I mean, I go in every day. The only reason why I haven't gone in is because I've probably forgot, all right? And I've been so busy. But I go in every day. It's only small amounts, all right? But this is only one account. I go in on multiple accounts, all right? So, I'm supporting all the way. All right, so that's Avarice. I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you about that. What I do want to tell you, though, is that Avarice is in partnership with another project, and they're bringing out a BNB miner. Now, I know you're saying, okay, well, there's heaps of miners around and all that. But remember this. Firstly, there's a big community that's going to be backing this, all right? Now, that always helps. If you've got a supporting community already, that's half of the battle, right? And Avarice has that already. They've got 2 platforms that are not going to rug pull, that are safe, right? And they've got a good community. So why wouldn't you invest in something else that they're involved with? It just makes sense, right? And they're saying that they're improving a couple of things. Let me just show you. Here's the Telegram. Okay, so you can get to this if you go to the. Actually, I'll leave a link in the description for this. All right. So as for the miner, okay, so look. You can read all through this. I'll leave it here so you can pause it and you can read it. All right, and then I'll just come down here. So, and as for the miner, it's an ROI model. I'm not sure if anyone here remembers the Baked Beans project. In actual fact, I'm in the Baked Beans and I know it's slowed down a lot, but I've actually ROI'd, I think 3 times over already. So I've done really well from that. I got in a bit early, but I've done really well from that. And I collected today actually 0.15 BNB. So I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? It's still going. It's not paying out nowhere near as much as it used to, but it's still paying. I still do the 6 to 1, even though that I'm not sure how great that model is, unless it's got some other mechanisms. But anyway, let's get back to this. It's an ROI model. I'm not sure if anyone remembers the Baked Beans project. We've taken this basic model and added some key features, such as anti-whale dumping measures and sustainability measures. And then we've added an option to stake AVC from the Avarice BNB pool, okay, for an added API boost. And what that means, if you've been in any miners, usually what happens is if you buy the token as well and you just hold that in the wallet, that will boost the amount that you get per day. It might be 1%, it might be 1.2%, but it does help. I've got it on another project called Stablefund where I've done that, and it definitely helps. Okay, so where are we? Boost. Paid out in BNB, okay? So we will have the white paper finished shortly, which will go further in depth on exactly how it works and the functionality of this particular miner. So stay tuned. I think it's going to be amazing. Okay, so look, if they've made changes and they've improved the the Baked Beans one, why not? I mean, why not, chuck a little bit in there? Not financial advice. I'm not an advisor. Consult somebody that's a professional. I'm just documenting my journey. Some dude on YouTube just, documenting and showing you what I'm doing. Don't have to do anything I tell you. All right. So that's that. So that's that miner. Now I wanted to also show you, that's Avarice. All right. Now I wanted to also show you, Stablefund. Okay. So now look, I'll be honest. Stablefund has probably been one of my best earners this year. It's paying 1.5% per day. I've been in it since early May, right? And I've ROI'd twice, I think, 3 times. I don't know. Look, I've ROI'd completely. I'm totally 100% in profit now. And now I'm just, I've actually taken a lot out of this and I haven't put a lot back in. I'm just waiting for a couple of things before I do that. It's not FUD or anything like that. I just want to clarify a few things. So I've actually taken out about 50% of all my capital, and I've diversified into other projects, which I haven't talked about yet, but I will. So anyway, with look, like I said, look, Stablefund's great. It's got a great team. Michael's transparent. He holds AMAs all the time. They've got some massive they've got promoting coming up, some promotions and some advertising. Personally, I don't think they need it. Because I mean, look, people just come into this and it's organic growth. It's great, but like, look at this. This is crazy. So this is in England, obviously, because these are those like old, the taxis that they've got that like English style. I don't even know what brand these are, Volvos or something. I'm not sure what they are, but you can see this Stablefund 1.5. So, that helps give a little bit of exposure. I don't think it's a huge deal. And I don't really think they need any advertising. They don't need any marketing because they've got a great community and people just from word of mouth come into this, all right? Because look, 1.5% per day is massive in anybody's book. That with a project that has lasted this long and just keeps paying every day. Look, if you keep compounding this, you're going to be making really good money. Like I'm talking really good money. Like I've only got, I've still got a fair bit, but there's a lot of people that have got a lot more than me. I just keep this real. I like to diversify. But if I look at the calculator on Matic, you can see I get per day 342 Matic. Okay. Now to me, that's really good money. All right. The thing is that I don't actually sell it. What I do is I recompound it, but then I'll take a week, right? For example, where I'll just take profits anyway, because there might be something else I want to diversify. And, like when you're in crypto full time, you always want to diversify into different projects. You're always trying to increase your revenue streams, right? So I don't believe, personally, I don't believe that you should be really heavily invested in one project. I believe that you should really spread out your portfolio. And so, I do. You can see here, I've been compounding like on this one, but I stopped. This was July the 31st, right? That was the last one I did on this. So, I'm now taking profits. I'm going to take profits every day for a little bit, and I'm diversifying into some other projects at the moment. Look, everyone's got their own, strategy. A lot of people will just keep compounding until, and that's fine. I mean, if you want to do that and get to the point where you're earning X amount a day, look, there's no harm. I just personally, I like to take profit along the way. I like to keep liquid. And that's just the way I do it. So with my BUSD, I don't have a lot in here anymore. I actually took out quite a lot. If we go to the calculator, I think I'm earning like $50 a day. It was up to like, I think 300 or something like that, but I've actually taken a lot out. And that's just for diversification. And just because I've got other projects that I want to be invested in as well. All right, so that's just, it's nothing against Stablefund. I think it's a great project, and I think, hopefully it's got a really good future. And so, see, I'm only, where is it? Yeah, $54 a day. Okay, so, but what I am doing is I actually took out a lot of capital out of this, okay, when it matured. I've taken out a lot, all right? And so what I've done is I've just left a smaller amount in there. And now I'm just going to I'm not even going to withdraw any of this for a long time. I'm just going to keep compounding it because this is just play money right now. Okay. So, that's basically it. I know that the debit card is meant to come out, for this on the 15th of August. But look, don't be married to that date, because when it comes to credit card and debit card companies, man, there's always delays. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying it will, but it wouldn't piss me off, or I wouldn't be upset if it got delayed for another week or two after that, because that's just how it rolls in crypto. There's always delays. With debit cards is a big thing. Adding banking systems to a project, it's not an easy task. So I wouldn't be married to that date, is what I'm saying. All right. So, I think the Ledger, I don't think the Ledger wallet, the hardware wallet connectivity is available yet on this. I know that they're trying to get that done. So, I'm sure that'll be done soon. All the rest of it, I'm not going to take you through that, but you can check it all out. What I will show you though, which is pretty cool, if you have issues, and this is another little bit of a tutorial for this one, it's meant to be just an update, but if you do have issues, trying to withdraw any capital or stuff like that because of gas fees or anything, you can interact directly with the contract. So like, for example, I'll show you how to do that. So say, for example, let's come down here. This one's been released, but let's say here's one here, see? Minus 2 days, okay, for $57. Okay, so let's get this, all right? So I'm going to just take this. What you need is you need to get the ID, okay? So where are we? This is the transaction ID. So you need the transaction ID of the one that you want, the capital that you want to withdraw. Okay, this is if you want to avoid, or if you've got any problems with doing it here, you can do it in the back end directly with the contract. So you grab the ID that you want to do, okay, that you want to withdraw the capital on. So in this case, I've got one here that's, it's come out of its 28-day lock by 2 days. So I know that this one, I can claim this, okay. So here I've got 4453. Okay, this is the ID, so I'm going to copy that. All right, now I'm going to go to the contract here. All right, click on the contract. And we're going to open up that. Okay, and then I'm going to come down to the contract here. All right, click on the contract. All right, and then write contract. All right, now it's going to want you to connect to your wallet. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got the Stablefund. I'll connect to that. All right, and we're not on the Matic, obviously. This is BUSD. All right, so we need to change that to BUSD. Okay, so we've got BUSD there. All right, great. Okay, so now we need to connect the wallet. Now that we've set up Metamask, we know that we're on the correct network. We're in the correct wallet. Okay, now if you don't know how to get your wallet from Stablefund into this, okay, into Metamask, all right, it's not hard. All you need to do is just come to here, go to import account, all right, like this, and then you need the private key. And the way that you get the private key is if you go to Stablefund. I'll just want to interrupt with this a little bit just so it shows you how to do it, all right. And if you come to profile, so up to your name, you come to profile, all right, here is your private key. Okay, so you just obviously do that, copy your private key, come back over to Metamask, all right, and then just come to this icon here, come to import account, and put this private key into here. All right, and then you're going to be able to interact directly with Metamask, which is what I do. All right, right, coming back to this contract. Now that we're in here, we need to connect to the actual Stablefund wallet in our Metamask after we've imported the private key. So I'm going to connect to web, click on Metamask. Actually, this, you know what? I always have problems with this browser. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this address. I'm going to come to my Chrome, and I'm just going to come in here, and I'm just going to go to the contract. All right, and I'm just going to open. I've got Metamask with Stablefund in here as well. I think from memory. Let me have a look. Pretty sure I do. There we go. Stablefund. Okay, connect. All right, so we're good. Okay, so it's not actually showing BUSD in here, so BNB. Okay, so anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect. I'm going to connect to Metamask. Okay, it. Let me just have a look here. Okay, it's connected. All right, now all you need to do is remember is I'll just come back to the Stablefund here. All you need to do is get that ID, all right, for the one that you want to withdraw. Go back to BUSD. Just wait for this to load. It usually takes a second. You just need the transaction ID, okay? So sorry about that interruption with the browser. So we come back down here. This one for the 2 days. Where is it? This one here. Okay, so this one has matured, so I'm going to grab that. Actually, I'm just going to remember it, 4453. Okay, come to the contract address. All right, now I'm going to connect to, we'll go back to this browser. Okay, we're connected. Now all we need to do is in the contract, is just come down here, and it is withdraw capital. Okay, now it was the ID transaction ID was 4453 from memory. Okay, now all we need to do is go to write. That'll bring up this wallet. Okay, and confirm. Okay, now that should release that BUSD. Okay, and I'll just confirm it on the other wallet because it's easier to deal with over here. Stablefund. Okay, so let me just have a look at the wallet here. Okay, in Metamask, and there we go. You see that? It's come in here because it was only $1.50 or something. Or I can't even remember what it was. But anyway, it's if we have a look here, the 2 days, and if we refresh this, and just bring it back to BUSD, it should actually show it as, well, you can see here, look, the 86, so it's come out, all right? There was some BUSD in here, but it's actually released the capital, all right? If we go down here, just wait for this to load. Come on, there we go. Okay, so if we go here, 4453, right, $57, released. Okay, so that's how you do it with the contract. Just remember, get the ID, go to the contract, make sure you connect your wallet, all right, to MetaMask, and then come down and withdraw capital and put in your ID there. That's it. It's that simple. Look, you can do everything in here with the contract. If you have any issues with, Stablefund with the UI, anything that you do on this UI, you can do with the contract. Okay. And just remember, private key, come to here, go to profile, get your private key, all right? So get my ESET out of the way. Get your private key, come to MetaMask, okay? Go to here, import account, put the private key in there. Private key from Stablefund, private key in here. Just remember, it's the same private key, so it's literally opening up your wallet. Stablefund is just a UI. All right, the private key is what's important because that's what's connected to your wallet address. All right, just so you understand that. Okay, so it's pretty simple. But once you've got it in MetaMask, once you've got your Stablefund wallet in MetaMask, you can do direct things. It's a little bit easier to deal with. I find it easier anyway. Okay, so that's basically it. So, look, I hope this video has helped. Just to push home the fact that I'm in Avarice. So if there's any doubters, I'm in Avarice every day with both platforms I go in. I will put a little bit into the new miner that's coming just because I don't like to miss out on stuff, and it's got a very big community behind it. Avarice has got a huge community, so I think it'll do well. Okay. As for Stablefund, man, it's probably my best performing DeFi project in 2022. Like Stablefund, it's stable. That's all I can say about that. So I'm going to continue to be involved with it. And, I'll see what happens this month. And then I might even, add a little bit more to it, and we'll see how we go. So anyway, don't forget to join the Discord. I'll leave the link in the description. Heaps of new projects coming up. I'm going to be doing, more videos on new projects. I'll be going full time on YouTube on the 21st of this month. So there'll be a lot more content coming out. Look, have a great day. Look after yourself and look after others. And we'll see you in the next one.